Namaste, everyone. Raelene, Byrne, medicine for your spirit. Hope all is well. Here we are at the very start of March. So we have in the Southern Hemisphere, we're going into autumn, and in the Northern Hemisphere into spring. It's always a really magical time when we flip and we start, going into the new season. It's time for shedding a few things, renewing, resetting. It's always a good few days at the start of a season to really look at what you want to work towards, align with, attune to, aspire to, what intentions you have. And also, from my understanding, with the way life flows for us all, the time between March and October is really like the meaty part of the year, like the meat in the sandwich. The first couple of months are about, settling back into the new year, and after, especially in our Southern Hemisphere, the big holidays, and in the Northern Hemisphere, Christmas and New Year, all that jazz, coming back into the being and doing of life. And then in the last couple of months of the year, November, December, we're gearing up. In the Northern Hemisphere, you've got your Thanksgiving and Christmas, and we have our Christmas down here in the Southern Hemisphere. So the 6 months between March and October are really more than 6 months, the meat in the sandwich, where we really knuckle down and start working towards our goals, dreams and aspirations. So have a good look at the start of this season, freshen things up, have a bit of a tidy up through the house, have a bit of a clean up. In my world, for me, I like to donate blood at the end of summer and the end of winter. It's just like for me to do a body refresh. I'm not saying that's for everyone. It's just what I like to do. It gives my body a chance to reestablish itself. So have a look around at what needs to be tidied up for this new season, whether you're coming into spring or moving down into autumn, where we start to pull in a little bit. Have a look around what needs to be tidied up, what needs to be reset, reorganised. And just over the first few days in March, start applying some of those things to your life. It's really important to, give yourself the best opportunity to get the best out of each season, let alone each month. So, and also the other thing I want to say, and I touched on it last week, is, every day, for a moment in each day, just standing there, breathing into your own heart and saying, I love my life, no matter what's going on. Challenges, heartaches, issues, there's still something in our life that we can love, because the more we love ourselves and our life, the more our energy shifts, and the more the universe, consciousness, higher self, infinite intelligence, whatever you believe in, wants to offer to you, because there's so much appreciation and gratitude. So finding ways to love your life over the next few days. So I have a caller, Crystal. Hi, Crystal. It's Raelene. How can I help, assist,
Hi,
give
Raelene.
guidance?
Hi. I was just wondering if you had any messages from me, for me, or from someone for me.
Okay. Well, if you've been watching me, maybe you have, maybe you haven't. I don't do mediumship stuff. I mean, I sort of do, but I don't. But what I will do is give you a message. We'll give you, I really like doing earth, air, fire, water readings, because it's, where you're at now, what you can heal and release, what actions you need to take, and what you're expanding towards. And I really think that's a really good way to get some insight. So I'm going to do that for you. So just let me tune in, calling upon the wisdom and the lineage of the mystics and mysticism and the healers and ancient healers to come forward and bring through a really clear message for Crystal from the earth, air, fire elements, please, for Crystal. Okay, so we have one here, Crystal 1. That's earth, water, fire, and air. So let's see, turning the first one over. Okay, so this one here is the goddess of the earth. So this is about being grounded, starting to get really grounded, getting into your base energy center, really looking at the things that are supporting you, what's not supporting you. You need to start making decisions around. Often we hang on to things that are way past their use by date. And so this here for you is really about what's working for me right now? Is this aligned with where I'm at, where I want to be? And it really is about getting grounded. The more you are in your energy body and your physical body, the easier it is to navigate and to make the correct decision. So the first one here is getting really grounded, goddess of the earth, getting supported within yourself with that earth connection. The next one here is the element of water, which is what needs to be healed or released in your life. Now, this is about being truthful with yourself and looking at what's going on around you in all situations. Where's the truth? So the thing with truth is your truth today might be a particular thing or an understanding, and then in a week's time, you could have an experience that opens that truth into a different level. So there is a truth that changes with our experience and our evolution, but there's a constant truth, which is who we are. And tapping into that allows you to see more of what's truthful in your life. So this is around standing in your truth, speaking your truth, knowing what's true for you, and aligning with that. So it means you're not going to waste energy, basically. The next one here is your fire element, and the energy of this one is higher choices. So funny, we've got get grounded and be truthful about who you are, what you want, where you're going, so you can make better choices, higher choices. One of the things we need to really understand when we're making choices to shift something in our life or to move in a different direction or to invite something else into our life, we can't make choices and decisions when we're stressed or we're fatigued or we're worried. You've got to find a way to relax. That's why I'm really big on meditation, sitting in nature, being grounded. These breathing, certain ways of breathing can really help us drop into a relaxed nervous system so we can make better choices. So call in your higher self to help you with any choices or decisions you need to make, because I feel like you've got to make a couple of choices to move on. The next one, the last one, is what you're expanding towards. This is beautiful. It's love. What's coming towards you and what you're coming towards is the energy of love. So what is love? This is the big question. What is love? Our experience, our own personal experience of love often taints what it really is. So this one here for you, it's really about spaciousness. It's about gratitude. It's about appreciation. It's about acceptance. So for you at the moment, it feels like to move forward, or what message you're needing right now is to do with get grounded, stand in your truth. You've got to make some choices, but make them from a perspective of where you want to be, how you want your life to be, because there's a lot of love around you, a lot of support that you're going to open up to. It's going to come in. And when we start to make these choices for ourselves, better choices from the truth of who we are, we can't help but have more love, because we're exercising love for ourselves. We're exercising love and showing love for our sovereign being, the part of us that exists all the time in this state of love, gratitude, and appreciation. So that's your little reading. I hope that's helpful for you, Crystal.
It's very helpful. I lost my mom last Wednesday, and I've just been so lost, and this gives me a lot of insight and hope, and I know what I need to do now, and I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're very welcome. I'm sorry to hear about your mum, but she's, as we know, they're always with us. They're always in our heart, yes. And our memories are so rich for them. So, I'm sorry to hear this, but in this time, be gentle with yourself, and know that she's around, and call her to you in times where you just feel you need that support.
Thank you so much.
Okay. You're very welcome. Bye-bye. So there we go. So, one of the things that we can do with this whole love thing, because there is a lot of shifts and changes going on this year, and one of the things that I'm seeing with the people I'm working with is this rising sense of wanting to connect more to their self, with self-respect and self-honouring and the love. And I might do a whole session on it one day about the love thing, because it can be a challenging thing when someone says, you need to love yourself more, and if you don't know where that starts or ends, what we need to do is we start to look at what we can be grateful for, what we can appreciate about ourselves. listening to our own feelings of what is right for me and taking action on that. You know, last week I mentioned, you know, I'm not trying to make light of it, but I mentioned that I've just come back from India and I saw the cows over there and how they forge through life. They just keep doing their thing and everything moves around them. Everything bends around them. And this is what happens when we start to live with self-respect, self-honouring, and we actually start to know ourselves well enough to know that I just want to keep following my path. When we start to do that with reverence and devotion, then what happens is we are less affected by everything around us and we cultivate a deeper connection to ourselves. And we start to drop into this place of deep love within, or sovereignty. For many people, it's foreign because we've been so attuned to people pleasing or doing things to be validated by others. This year, we all need to start looking at, I don't need to be validated by something or somebody else. I just need to know myself and I need to know where I'm going so I can be the sacred cow in my life and just keep moving in the direction that I'm meant to be living and the experiences I'm meant to have and the contributions that I'm able to be participate in. So that's my little thought for the week, if that's making sense. Please come and visit me on my website, raelenebyrne.com. There's a few things going up there very shortly, some little mini courses. I've got some new moon readings going up there if you want to partake of that. Soul mentoring. I've got a book, Alchemy of Awareness. It's all there. So come and visit me. And remember, all I'm trying to help you get is that you are the medicine for your own spirit. You are that. So bye for now, and I'll see you all next week.